friends, here we go again. Today, Pat the Cat news. Watch, wow, amazing, or? So, now, you have seen it. 3 jobs now, you know, originally 2 jobs. 3 jobs now. Which street balls or which basketballs will come? What is going on? Why didn't came videos now? I filmed a lot, but I didn't put it on YouTube. That I will tell you. These were longer videos about filming, about this and that, my jobs and on and on and on, you know. What is going on with the street ball, which basketballs and so. But it was too long and now I compacted together, you know. That is the thing. So first of all, about the equipment, I made an own video. That means cameras to film street ball, you know. And filming is a hobby to me. I have a lot of knowledge about filming, about photography and on, you know. And there I talked a lot. You have to understand or to know, since over a year, I film at the lowest thing which is possible, you know, because I didn't have money. I had to sell cameras, equipment, this, cutting software was all away. So I filmed now at the lowest point which is possible, you know, with the equipment, since over a year, and I had no opportunity to level up, to change it. But I made the best out of it, and in that video I talked about cameras which I wanted, which would be good, you know. Of course, you have to know, when you get a better camera, that does not mean you film better, you know. But, you know, and the thing is, if I talk there too long, the non-filmers are not interested in that, and the filmers will all know what I'm talking about. Why maybe a smaller camera is better, you know, from the stabilization than a bigger sensor, the 180-degree shutter rule, why I don't use an ND filter and such things, you know, they are very specific, or which frame rate, which codec you get and on. But my wishes, you know, because now I have a new job and now I can level up again, but I would still use the same setup as now, a GoPro and an Insta camera, 360 cam. Best way, why? I could explain 1-2 hours, but that would be the best thing. But the new models, I have a 4-year-old model, the newer ones film better, more dynamic range, and the new Insta X5, absolutely better than mine, scratched with the lenses, and there you can change the lenses. So that is this, and I need a big camera again, an MFD camera, a GH7 from Panasonic, or an APS-C, a Fuji H2XS, H2XS in English, you know, to make it more quick. This would be perfect setups to me with lenses, because indoor, you know, with a microphone, or outdoor at night, that makes a difference to the GoPro. But this is one thing. Second thing now, which street ball will come, because now I have 3 jobs. There come, of course, new balls, and they're the same thing what happened over a year ago. We moved up completely, you know. We had 700-800 views in a few hours by the basketball videos, you know. And then I got ill, you know. I got the Rhythm of the Night virus, you know, the band, and then boom, because I was 1 month out, and then boom, it fall all down. But to me, you have to know, I don't earn money with the videos, you know. That is only passion to me. I'm not a YouTuber who makes street ball content. Oh, in right words now? I'm a street baller who makes videos and puts into YouTube, you know, and not a YouTuber who makes street ball content. There's a big difference. I don't sell things, I don't make advertisement and such things. Only to me for the passion, because I'm interested which basketballs are good or not, you know. And because I have now a new job, also there, the basketballs I could not buy anymore. I wanted to buy, you know. Since a year it was not possible, only a few dimes a new ball, but we made the best out of it, you know. We traveled, we played, and that was also good, because when you buy too many basketballs, I have now almost 80 basketballs, you know, 80. And I played much more than 80. But when you have too many, too quick, you get no feeling for that. You have to play the balls again. And now I have a big feeling for them, you know, like a Lusum Optio, Amazon Basics ball, Wilson Forge Pro, Adidas, you know, and on. So I know the balls when you ask me now, you know, because I have played them now a lot of times, compared them, and one day I make a new rankings. But now I have the opportunity to get other balls, dime, rollings, and such things. We will see, but it will last 2 months around, because now I have to pay much bills, you know, which were open and such things, you know. But that will come, I hope, you know. And with the equipment, also the software now, I have leveled up again. I have the Pineapple. With that I started, you know, the cutting software. My Power Director. I have it now. That is good, you know, because with the free program there you also have to pay now 30 euro a month CapCut, but they use your footage and can make advertisement. If you want or not, they don't have to ask you. New rules since 1-2 months, very bad. And now 3 jobs. What do? You know, e-bike. Can you imagine that now? If you know my videos, I travel all with bicycle, with a 30-year-old mountain bike. And I always had not much respect for e-bikers, or in that words, not much respect for those who tell me it is tough to drive up a mountain and this and that with an e-bike, you know? Or it is heavier with a normal bike. So, and now the funny, ironic thing is, I have now an e-bike, but not for private, but now I'm private here with the e-bike. Why? You know, that is really ironically. Now I get paid in the job to drive an e-bike. Can you imagine that? When I always was talking e-bikes for this, that, and now I get paid for them. Why? Because now my third job, you know, one job is my private job. There I work for my own since 15 years, but that, you know, is always, that does not run that good right now. I have too much to pay, you know, and clients, you never know how many come or not. And when they move on to another city, are not here anymore, and this and that, or ill, then you get then you get not paid, you know what I mean? Then you have no money. It's not like another job, yeah, you get paid and paid if you work or not. No, by me not. And then you lose a lot of money very quickly, you know. So now the second job, you can say YouTube, you know. I'm not a YouTuber, I only make content and put it into YouTube, you know. But the thing is, every day I make a video, so you can say it's a full-time job as a YouTuber, you know. And now the third job with the e-bike, I make food delivery with e-bike. 1, 2, I have it here, watch, bam, here it is. I work for Foodora now, you see it? Food company, Foodora, my job, you have seen it maybe. And that is the e-bike, and there I have to tell you now something, because I have tested it out to the extreme way. And there I also made a video. I drove up to Höttinger Höll with that bike. Höttinger Höll is the steepest part, which was the World Championship in race cycling 2018. 28%, because I wanted to know the first time in my life on an e-bike, you know. Is this really easy or not? Of course, there are different motors, different bikes, and on and on and on. But this has 3 levels of motor, you know. Level 1, you have here a board computer. There you see the kmh goes up to 25 kmh. You know, that is the rule by the e-bikes. You can drive faster. So, and I was on there and I drove up there at night in the darkness. And I tell you, I really have often thought e-bikers have to do a little bit, you know. It is for sure easy, but what I have experienced now, that is so much more easy than I thought in my head. That is completely easy against a normal bike, especially my old 30-year-old bike. And then the next day I filmed it also. I drove to the last mountain there, you know, to see long distance, and that was like nothing in comparison to my bike. Those long routes, you know, I drove to swim court, to the streetball court. I would compare it with this bike. I have maybe 3-4% of my power what I need from my body against my other bike. 3 or 5% I only need from my power. Then you can imagine. Upwards, I flew up to Höttinger Höll, also upwards, that is easy, you cannot believe it. Only when it gets completely steep, so around 18-20% upwards, there you have to fight. If I would not be that fit, then I would have not done it, because the bike weighs in around 24-25 kilo. And then the motor was not there anymore, but I have done it. I will show you there a footage now. Wait, we go down here. Wow, that is so fast. Wow. Wait. Wow. And now we have it. Wait. Wow. Wow, I'm flying. Wow. That is, what is that? Wow. That is a complete difference, you know. Wow, wait. Wow. That is a completely easy to drive up here. Wow, that is a complete difference. I'm flying up to the Höttinger Höhe. Wow. Something, but that is hey, these are miles away from the normal bicycle. Höttinger Höhe. From here the 28 will come, you know. Wow, that is easy, you know. Very easy. So that is crazy, you know. You see? Whoo. Now you see me. Yeah, here it is really tougher, you know. 7 km/h now, but that is complete difference. But now the thing is, well, here it is now bad, you know. But now you feel it. Ah shit, now here is now the steepest, you know, comes. Here it gets bad now. Wow. Here you have no here it is bad now. Wait, I try to stand. Yeah, when you stay, but here is tougher, you know. You see, car. Now the last, wow. Here you have felt it, you know. Yeah, you don't, yeah, a little bit, you see me. Here is tough now. Wow, here is tough. Now the motor is not there anymore. Shit. Wow. Komm, jetzt reißt die zusammen. Almost done. Whee. Whew. Wow, almost wait. Whee. Wow. Now we are almost there, you know. Whew. Whew. Hello. Whew, tough. Oh yeah. Almost there. Wow, watch now. Wee. Wow. Wow. I breathe a bit and I tell you something. Now, wow. Now we fly again. Höttinger Höhe, we are coming. We are flying. We are on. We have made it. But stay tuned, I drive to the outview to the city. Boah, now I'm flying. Boah. You know how relaxing this is now with the motor. Boah. Boah. Ist das geil, hey. Boah. Hey, Hammer, hey. Hey, you will see me immediately. You know, wait, here a bit better. When I drive now those 2 minutes where we have the view to the city from above. The best view to the city, and then I will tell you something. Boah. But only 2% of course of the steepness, you know. Boah, you see it now. Amazing. Boah. Wait. Unbelievable, you know. Boah. Really, I thought you have to do more, to push more. You have to do nothing almost. Boah, amazing. But now I drive down because otherwise I have no light. But you have seen that now. Was really funny. I thought, wow, you know. And so from now the e-bike, when you drive now that straight, completely easy, you know, completely easy. And so to me now, all what I did with my bicycle becomes now to me even more hard what I have done when I have seen now how easy it is with an e-bike, you know. And I tested it, but it is very good for the job. So I work there and I deliver with those big, you have seen it in the thumbnail, with those big backpacks. And the fine thing is, you know, there I work also for my own. That means I have no fixed times and I can earn as much or less as I want. You know, of course you get not paid that much. I get paid for order. But that means that is the best job I've ever done, you know. And I've done a lot of jobs. First of all, I can work when I want and how often I want. I can work 7 days a week. I can work 1 day a month, you know. And I decide on which times. You work only with the app. I have no chief, I have no people who tell me this or call me, nothing. I have the app, you know, you put on your smartphone here, and that is the only chief what you have. And in the app there comes in, you can choose, for example, between 1 and 4 hours around when you want to work. For example, at midday 12 to 1:30, and then you book it. 2 hours before I can also say I don't want it anymore. I can book more things a time, midday, afternoon, night, you know. And I drove last time until 1:30 in the night, you know, over 3 hours. And then you get the calls in, you know, and you see then I can accept it or not. That is also a thing. I don't have to do it. Then comes in, for example, McDonald's. You get paid €4 something, €5. And then you drive there, you pick it up. And the fine thing is, I have my backpack always on there, so I never have to wear it on my back, because that would be tough. And then you go in, you have like a VIP status, because you can go in front of all people, because you don't have to wait. You get your package, you know, you show the code, then you put it in your thing. I put my bag on there, and then I drive. And with an e-bike, that is fun at night. I get paid to drive through the city, what I always did, you know. I get paid for that. And then you see the name of the client and the street. You drive there, they open the door up, you give it to them and you drive on. I have nothing to do with money, with payment. They can only pay digital, so I don't have to change and wait, no. And then you drive through the city and then you get the next order in. You know, it depends where you drive. When you are more in the center where a lot of restaurants or other things are, you know, also medicine, supermarket, donuts and such things. And then you get the order in, you know, and the orders come bam, 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 bam. And if you don't want, then you drive a bit more outside and you can relax a bit, but then you don't get paid. And the good thing is, you get also, how it is called, Trinkgeld. I don't know, I will write it there. That you also get. And also bonus when you work at night, when the weather is bad, then you get much more for each order, you know. And when you make a lot of orders, a lot of hours, then it is perfect. And that is a great thing, you know. Very, very cool. And I can wear my private clothes. I don't have to wear those pink things, nothing. And that is great. So when you want to say now, boh, I want to buy now a Charlotte Hornets tricot, costs 60, 100 euro. Yeah, then I want it now, and I say, okay, I drive now at night 3-4 hours, and then I have this in, relaxing, driving at the night, give up those things, you know. The people are all nice in the restaurants, because I am a client, they have to be friendly to me. And then you have the money in, bam, you know, and that is absolutely cool. But now I have to work 2 months that we come to the 0 point, you know, to pay all those things, and then we can level up, and that is absolutely fantastic. And if I don't want, I drive once a month, and when I want, I drive every day, night, midday, when I want, you know. And that is the cool thing. And so, wow, that is amazing. But private, I use my own bike, and there I will buy a new bike this year, a fitness bike, in that way, between a mountain bike and between a gravel bike. That you will see, you know, around 8-5 kilo. You have 13 things to go, and that is great. And that we will see, you know. So from that, you have seen now the news and what I filmed, and then we see us again at the streetball court. From that nice thing, we see us until next time. Bye and ciao.
And I always do it big because I can.